Good day, YouTube. This is Jay Money with Falling Forward Financial. Just an update here on NIO. I've talked about them on the channel here a couple times. Talked a lot about a couple different EVs, probably Tesla the most, but I have talked about NIO here, so I'll link that in the description. But as you can see, they're down over 55% in the past year. In the past 3 months, down over 25%. Here in the past month, down over 10%. Here in the past week, down 14%. And here's a look at today. Of course, they're down again, percentage. So you probably could even trade this one. We got some action going on, but if you were to trade it right, I don't give tax, legal, or trading advice, just state my opinion. But ticker is NIO, can't get much easier than that. So only thing on this one I would like to point out is this ADR. If you're not familiar with those, it says right there. So I have been charged for some of these ADR fees, so that's something to watch on this one. But if you want to learn more, just Google it. So, but here's a little bit more about NIO. They are an EV manufacturer, electric vehicles, founded in 2014. Market cap of $23.93 billion, high today of $16.16 and a low of $15.28. 52-week high of $44.27 and a 52-week low of $11.67. Average volume on this one is 41.74 and volume today is 16.42. Great ratings on this one. I'm actually kind of surprised at the ratings on this one. 94% buy, so you can take that for what it's worth. Next earnings is expected on November 9th. Here's a look at some of my purchases. You can see what it was, $42.50 or roughly there. Well, you can see it was here $45. Ouch, filled. Just about 2 years ago, so I still have these. I just transferred them out of Robinhood, and this one was also filled at $48.56, so another ouch. But still have them. I've talked about XPing as well a couple times around the and continue to hold that one, and Li Auto as well. I think Li, XPing, and NIO, I think my cost base is around 45 or right at $40. I know it's above $40, so it's kind of bad in regards to what the price is here today. But over here on Microsoft Bing, currently showing it as a buy with no ratings here, but currently at $15.52. NIO, Li, XPing, deliveries have a warning for Tesla, so this is dated on the 1st, so just over the weekend. But deliveries from 3 Chinese EV hold a warning for Tesla car buyers like new models. So, like I said, I've talked about all 3 of these, but they all reported delivery figures for September recently. The results look okay, but all 3 companies are struggling to take the next big jump in monthly selling rates. So here you can kind of see on Saturday, 10,878 vehicles delivered in September, with the company average of 10,500, so a little bit over. In the past 3 months, they delivered 31,607 in the third quarter, up from 25,059, so they're up, so which is a good thing. They also released new figures on Saturday with XPing, so 8,468 vehicles delivered in September, 29,570 in the third quarter, down from 34,000, so they're actually down a little bit. Friday evening, Li reported, so it looks like NIO's the most popular one, most deliveries, so it kind of goes over each one of their deliveries. So worth noting that new models helped Li. One of 11,000 plus September deliveries, 10,123 were new Li L9 SUVs, so they got some new models coming out, and people ordering some of the new models, it looks like. So the trio delivered about 88,000 vehicles in the second quarter, essentially flat with the second quarter of 2022. So Here you can kind of see some of the growth going on over the last 2 years especially, so quite a difference in the last 2 years, that's for sure. Chinese EV sales look fine overall, though August, the latest full data set available, new energy vehicle or NEV sales were up about 123% year over year, according to Citi analyst Jeff Chung. Refers to other battery electric and plug-in hybrid vehicles and how China counts its EV numbers. But Tesla is always the biggest competition, but I still like to hold these three. They're getting down to levels where I'm considering buying some more. So Tesla, NIO, and 3 stocks to watch heading into Monday. As you can see, this is just dated on the 3rd. So stock futures trading mix this morning, Monday. Some of the stocks that may grab investor focus today are as follows. So Tesla, they announced their 3rd quarter deliveries rose to a record level after the previous quarter. Tesla said it sold 343,830 cars in the 3rd quarter. The company said in a statement on Sunday that represented nearly a 35% increase from 254,000, so almost 100,000 more. And Tesla shares are at 251.05. And here's some more about NIO. And have not heard of this one. NTZ, might have to look into that one as well. Reported a loss. Share of the quarter, its consolidated revenue rose 7.8%. Consolidated Edison, AD, agreed to sell renewable energy subsidiaries to Renewables Americas. And ATUS named Dennis Matthew as its Chief Executive Officer effective October 3rd. So that's it for that article. For the ones to watch on Monday, Chinese EV maker NIO stock gains as quarterly deliveries rise to a record. XPeng deliveries fall, and Li Auto tops recent lowered 3rd quarter outlook. So kind of already went over some of this information, so just going to kind of skim through it. Feel free to pause and read it all if you want to go through it, but for the majority of all this, we already covered it, so just seeing if there's anything else that we did not cover in here. Moving on over here to Reddit, daily investor discussion, delivered, so basically just about the deliveries. Over here on StockTwits, currently at 15.55, low of 11.67, high of 44.27. Just the beginning after ET5 finally hit the market. Irrational price action, actually a good thing. Need this monster to be lower to load the boat. So I haven't bought any of these in a while. I've just been kind of waiting for them to hit the bottom, and I was so far in the red as I showed you on NIO, and my cost basis is about the same on all 3 of them, as I bought all 3 of them basically at the same time, so it's all right around a $40 cost basis. So I don't have a lot of shares, but I'm still in the red, and so I've just been watching it to hit the bottom and pick up some more shares and lower that cost basis. So that's pretty much how you do that. But Wolf of Sesame Street. And over here on MSN Money, currently at 15.49, and analysts showing a buy rating at a 27, and well, that's interesting. Price target of $213.14. That can't be right. There's no way. Very interesting. We'll refresh that right quick and see what happens. But no, still showing a buy rating, but there's no way. That's Tesla's stock prices, but that's all that I have on NIO. If you have any more NIO information, go ahead and list that in the comments, along with how many shares you have and your cost basis, and if you've been buying any here lately, that'd be interesting to know as well. And if you haven't smashed that like button yet, go ahead and hit that for me, as well as subscribing and hit the bell so you're notified of when the next videos drop. Again, this is J Money, Falling Forward Financial. Happy trading, happy investing, stay green. Cheers.